Hey y'all, my name is Abigail Prosell. This is my speech number 2, and the topic today is about if I believe that restaurant workers should be tipped for takeout orders and pickup orders. And I feel like this is a very controversial topic, especially in today's tipping generation and opinions, because of how much our economy is facing right now with everything going on in the world. Everything's expensive, of course, but I really do believe that tipping is necessary, for my personal opinion, and based on the research that I conducted for this assignment. The research was from an CNBC article, and it was from 2024, and it says that many restaurant workers rely on tips to supplement low hourly wages and even for takeout orders. So this actually ends up being 23% of most restaurant workers' incomes, just tips. And from my personal standpoint, again, working in an environment that gets super busy like restaurants can, it can be very stressful. And even though you would think like it's only the person that is packaging your food or making your food getting the tip, they didn't do anything or whatever, they just put it in the bag. It's not only that, like in these environments, I feel like when it's a rough time, like everybody around you feels that. And so not only are they tending to you and making sure your order is accurate and right, but they're also dealing with the stress around them. And so that's part of the job, of course, that's what they signed up for. However, why should they not be tipped for that, And especially with the minimum wages being so low most places. Like I think there's only 5 states that don't have a minimum wage, and there's a few that minimum wages are very much higher than, like Arkansas, Louisiana. I don't remember the rest, maybe Mississippi, I could be wrong, but some of them don't have minimums, and some of them could be making like $9 an hour, in comparison to where if you work in Louisiana at a restaurant and you're doing all the same things that they are in Wyoming, they're making 35% more than you normally would, because they're getting way more minimum, because like Louisiana gets, I think, $2.13. That could be a minimum, and that is the minimum for most servers and takeout orders and hostesses and things like that. So since they get paid that and they don't get as high as minimum wages as some other states, I do think that it would still be fair to tip them, since that part doesn't seem fair, even though that it is, with the different wages between states. That's personally why I think that it is right to tip, and because you shouldn't only expect to have to tip whenever you're face-to-face or they're refilling your drink. Work is work, and it can be hard and stressful sometimes. So I do think that it is really important because of the percentages of tips that affect people's income and what they do with it. That might be all they can support themselves with. So anyways, that's my spiel, and I think that personally you should tip on takeout and to-go orders, and I think the statistics prove that we should all keep doing it as well.